This game is called Max or Mäxchen in German. It's played in a group, in this case from 2 to 6 participants in clockwise order, and you can lie in the game. Your goal is to have a higher number than the previous person. For example, let's say I shuffled a 32 and the next person believes me and I'm not lying. They can shuffle again, and let's say they shuffled a 42. So they can tell to the next person, I shuffled a 42, which is correct. If the next person believes them, it's their turn. Let's say the next person shuffled a, let's say, 32, which is lower than this participant had. So they must now lie to the next person in the circle. So maybe they can pretend they have 52, which is higher than the 41 or 42 that John had. If the next person believes them, they just pass on the dice. I will show you later how that's done. And if participant 5 tells participant 3, I don't believe you, then they have to reveal the dice here. If the person was caught lying, they will lose the round and will get -1 points. If the person was telling the truth, they will get, the one who thought they were lying will get -1 points. Okay, so how do you shuffle? You shuffle just by placing both dice on top of the shuffler. And once you're done, moving them into your own private section. This means nobody else can see what you're seeing. To pass on to the next person, you just put the dice back here, and the next person can then move them into the shuffler again. Now let me explain how the numbers work. The lowest number would be, I think, 31. So this is not a 13 but a 31 because you want to construct the biggest number. And then you have 32, for example. 33 is actually higher because it's a pair, and the pairs are scored as a pair of ones, pair of twos, pair of threes, pair of fours, and they always beat normal numbers. So for example, if you roll this, it would be a 53. If you roll this, it would be a 51. If you roll this, it would not be 11 but a pair of 1, so it's higher than, for example, 53. Now there's a special number, which is the 21. If you roll this, it's a 21. It's called the max or the Mäxchen. It beats every other number in the game. If I'm telling somebody else that I rolled a max, they will not be able to beat it towards the next participant. They will not be able to increase the value. So they must either, well, they can only say you're lying or please show me the dice, because they cannot beat it. I can of course lie about having a max. Now let me try to do a test round here. Okay, so let's say we're starting with a score of 10 for everybody, and I'm playing between me and John. So I'm starting as the first person, maybe moving both on top of here. Nobody will be able to see the results. I move the results into my private section. Oh, now I have a double 6, which is great. So I don't even have to lie. I will just tell John I have a pair of 6. Now let's say John will it's almost impossible for John to beat me on this score. So he will say, you're lying, I think you're lying. This means I have to show the dice. And now in this section, John can see them and he can see I wasn't lying. So John is losing. I will say John -1. The first person to have 0 will lose the game, and the last person to still have a number here, a positive number, will win the game. Okay, now it's John's turn. John will shuffle and move into their private section. I can't see what they have. But let's reveal for a second what John has. John has, oh my god, John has a has a max or Mäxchen, so he wins immediately. Let's try shuffle again. So John would normally take this into his private section, but he's taking it. We are showing it here right now. So this is the 64. We can move it like this to reveal better. So John tells the next person, in this case me, I have a 64. I tell John, okay, this is a high number, but I will believe you. So I will drag it into the dice shaker, and put it back here. I have a 62, but I cannot tell John this because then I would lose, because I need to beat the 64. So I'm saying I have a 65, and now John can either trust me or not trust me. So if he doesn't trust me, the dice go here, and he will see that I was lying. If he trusts me, the dice will go back here or into the shuffler. Okay, and that's the rules. I hope you enjoy this game.